My name is Julie. I have been married to Mark for 12 years. We have a beautiful daughter named Sophie and a comfortable home near the park. To everyone looking from the outside, our life looked perfect. But inside the house, the silence was loud. Mark is a good man, but he is a busy man. He runs his own business and works very late hours. For a long time, I felt like I was living alone. When he came home, he was too tired to talk. He would eat his dinner, watch the news, and go to sleep. I missed my husband. I missed the way he used to look at me. About 8 months ago, I decided to take a painting class at the community center. I needed something for myself, something to make me feel happy again. That is where I met Daniel. Daniel was the art teacher. He was kind, patient, and he listened to me. He asked me about my day, my thoughts, and my dreams. It felt good to be heard. We started talking after class. First, it was just about art, but soon we talked about life. One rainy afternoon, my car wouldn't start after class. Daniel offered to drive me home. We sat in his car in my driveway for an hour, just talking. He looked at me with such kindness. In a moment of weakness, I let him hold my hand. Then he leaned in and we kissed. It wasn't a long kiss, but it shook me awake. I pulled away quickly and ran into my house. My heart was beating fast. I felt a terrible mix of excitement and deep, heavy guilt. That night, I looked at Mark sleeping beside me. I felt sick. I loved Mark, but I had betrayed him. I promised myself I would never see Daniel again. I quit the art class the next day. I tried to go back to being a normal wife, but secrets are heavy things. They grow in the dark. Every time Mark smiled at me, I felt a sharp pain in my chest. I couldn't sleep. I lost weight. The guilt was eating me alive. I realized that if I wanted to save my marriage, I had to be honest, even if it meant losing him. I couldn't build a future on a lie. 2 weeks later, on a Friday evening, I decided to tell him. Mark was home early for once. We were eating dinner, and the only sound was the clicking of forks on plates. "Mark," I said. My voice was trembling. "I have to tell you something." He put his fork down and looked at me. His eyes were tired. "What is it, Julie?" "I made a mistake," I said, tears filling my eyes. I felt so lonely for so long, and I met someone. I told him everything. I told him about the painting class, about Daniel, and about the kiss. I didn't make excuses. I just told him the truth. I waited for him to yell, to scream, or to tell me to leave. Instead, the room went completely silent. Mark stared at the table for a long time. Finally, he took a deep breath and looked at me. I saw tears in his eyes, too. "I know you've been lonely," Mark said quietly. "I've felt it, too." He paused, and then he said something that surprised me. "I haven't been honest with you either, Julie. You know those nights I said I was working late?" My heart stopped. "Yes?" "I wasn't always working," he admitted. "I was going to a bar near the office. I met a woman there, a colleague. We talked, we drank. She made me feel important, not just like a paycheck." He looked down at his hands. "We never kissed, but I thought about it. I shared things with her that I should have shared with you. I was emotionally unfaithful, and I am so sorry." We sat there, looking at each other across the dinner table. Two people who had made mistakes because we had stopped taking care of each other. We were both guilty. We were both hurt. "Do you love him?" Mark asked. "No," I said instantly. "It was a mistake. I love you." "I love you too," he said, "and I don't want to lose this family." That night was the hardest night of our lives. We cried, We argued, and we let out all the pain we had been holding in for years. But it was also the first time in a long time that we were being completely real with each other. We decided to fight for our marriage. We agreed to go to counseling. We made a rule: no more secrets. If we were unhappy, we had to say it. It has been a year since that night. It wasn't easy. Trust is like a broken mirror. You can fix it, but you can still see the cracks if you look closely. But sometimes, the cracks remind you of how precious the object is. Mark comes home earlier now. We cook dinner together. We talk. We are learning to be friends again, not just parents or roommates. We learned that love isn't just a feeling. It is a choice you make every day. We almost lost each other, but in the end, the truth saved us.